What's up, guys? It's Rantium here, and today we are back in Skyrim. That's right, you guys, and oh snap, is it gonna be an awesome freaking day? So guys, welcome back, and happy Thursday. So today, out of all the mods you voted for on last week's episode, this is the one that won, but don't forget, down there in the comment section, vote 1, 2, or 3 on which mod you want to see next Thursday. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the Stormcloak Hero Armory. A mod right up my own alley, because I prefer the Stormcloaks to the Imperials, but then again, you know, I try to stay neutral, but I like the Stormcloaks, so I guess I like the Stormcloaks. But, anyways, we're up here in snowy Windhelm, the home of the Stormcloaks, because we're taking a look at the Stormcloak Hero Armory. Now, where exactly do you get the Stormcloak Hero Armory sword and shield? Well, you're going to want to come to Windhelm, because it's laying on Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak's bed, at the base of his bed. Now, Windhelm is right here, surrounded by Brandymug Farm, Hlaalu Farm, as well as Hollyfrost Farm and Ingol Barrow, but your main place being Windhelm. Now, when you first come to Windhelm, you're going to want to come up to the King's Palace up here. Once you're inside, you're going to want to go ahead and take a left when you see Jarl Ulfric right there. You're going to want to take a left and let him walk through, and there you go, and then we're going to come through here. Now we're going to continue up the staircase because we want to just continue through this hallway, because this is where a lot of the soldiers live and a lot of the soldiers sleep and eat and stuff like that. But if you continue up, you come into Ulfric Stormcloak's bedroom. We're going to go and close this door, thank you. But first off, the lighting in here is beautiful, but two, look what's right at the base of the bed. We have our Stormcloak Hero Armory shield and the sword as well. You do not need to steal them. They are indeed regular things, so that is also very good. Now, let's go ahead and grab this, and let's go up to the cheat room to do a little bit of investigating. Alright, so now we are up here in our Stormcloak garb, taking a look at this beautifully done mod. Now, we've actually done the same mod by the same mod author, and it was the Imperial Dragon Knight Armory. Now, the Imperial Dragon Knight Armory is very similar in the way that this looks. In it, you know, they have their own flares, they have their own styles, but they are styled to the armor that it's meant for. Now, if you've watched the Imperial Dragon Knight Armory mod, you'll know that the mod itself, the weapon and the shield, they mesh so well with the actual Imperial armor. And I gotta say, the same thing is for the Stormcloak one as well. Now, the sword itself is beautifully done. It's so unique, it doesn't really look like a whole lot of other things that I've seen in Skyrim, whereas with the Imperial Dragonite sword, it was more so modeled after the actual Imperial sword. I don't really think there's a Stormcloak sword, but this is absolutely beautifully done. I love the texture work. It's very high resolution textures. Not to mention, look at the shield. You can actually see the individual bear faces and stuff like that. Now, let's get a little bit of a closer look, shall we? We're going to go and turn the heads-up display off completely. And I want to get a little bit of a closer look at this bad boy, because I just want to see all of the little etchings and if there's any little hidden secrets, you know. So we'll go and put that right there, and we'll go ahead and drop the shield on the ground, and we can try and maybe flip it over. It's gonna be complicated, isn't it? Let's see. Drop. You little son of a bitch. Let's see, can we... Nailed it! I'm amazing. There we go. So now we can go ahead and go into here, and let's just drop down a little bit and see what we got. So as you can see, as I get closer and closer and closer to the blade, it gets so high resolution. It doesn't really lose a whole lot of texture to it. Beautifully done blade. I love the curve of the blade, and then that nice big deep divot inside of it looks very, very nice, and it comes out to a lovely point. Beautifully done sword, amazing looking crossguard, and just a tiny bit of leather on that strip. Very cool. Now, I will go ahead and put this out as a disclaimer. You cannot craft this sword and shield, so if you lose it, then you're going to have a bad time. But let's take a look at the shield, shall we? Look at that shield. It is so beautifully done. I mean, I am right on top of this bad boy, and it loses a little bit of fidelity with the textures, but it's not really that noticeable just because of how cool it looks. You know, it's got kind of it almost looks a little rusted in the middle, but that's kind of cool. It adds a little bit of color to it, and it could just be the lighting around. But overall, beautifully done sword and shield. Now, this mod is perfect for anybody wanting to roleplay like a lot as a Stormcloak officer or as a Stormcloak soldier. You know, very similar to that of the Imperial Dragon Knight Armory. This is right up your alley if you like to, you know, roleplay as this kind of stuff. Now, one thing that I actually didn't do when I looked at the Imperial Dragon Knight Armory is I didn't look at the actual scabbard. The scabbard or sheath that the sword is in is nice looking. It's actually customized to make the sword look even better. It's a nice leather scabbard, it looks like, with, you know, some iron etchings and all that stuff, and it just makes it look really, really nice. Now, I recommend this mod for anybody who's a diehard Stormcloak who wants to rep their, their political faction and their war faction and stuff like that. And this would look great in a house. It would look great on an armor rack with the armor I'm wearing right now, or the Stormcloak officer, or anything like that. But guys, a short mod showcase for today, but I very much hope you enjoyed, and don't forget, down there in the comment section, vote 1, 2, or 3 on which mod you want to see in the next episode, or next week I should say. And guys, I will see you in the next video.